Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's Hudson. How do you do?
Good morning, Benny G.
Good morning.
Good morning. There's my card.
Okay, thank you.
We have our cards here as well.
Okay,
so you have ours behind.
I will give mine to him once you're done with the meeting.
I'm short of cards here.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll give you
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, Mr. Hudson,
Yes.
how are you doing?
All right. I'm interested that you've asked to have a meeting.
So we received your proposal, okay, of a price increase.
Okay, that's the letter you want to talk about, is it?
Exactly. So that's the reason why we called for this short meeting, hopefully. But before then, we just want to know how's business on your side with Huston and Reeds.
Short meeting. I'm interested that you've come to talk, that this is the letter that's prompted you to come here today. I've tried to meet with you on many times, and each time I've failed. So I'm curious, I wish I'd written you this letter months ago, if that's what brings you to the table.
Okay, if I may say, who did you actually address this letter to?
Well, we've
just
written...
came to our notice, actually.
Okay. And what's your position? Why am I seeing a new face again today?
Okay, currently I'm standing in for my boss. He's out of the country on a business trip. So this letter was actually minuted to us from his boss. So maybe that may explain the reason for the gap. And apologies if we haven't gotten back to you much earlier. But the good news is that we are here.
Okay. We will see. We will see. I'm curious as to. So you're standing in for your boss. Are you the person I'm going to be dealing with going forward?
Yes.
Assisted by Viva and myself.
Okay. Okay. So you've received my letter. What are your thoughts?
Okay, what are our thoughts? First off, what we want to say is that just looking at historical information which has been privy to us, we granted you an increase just about 7 months ago. Okay. And then again, you would also notice that the contracted volume that we have this year in terms of requirements for pentapacks, we are not actually achieving the total volume. And this is because business has been quite slow. So as it is now, there would be a challenge to grant any price increase from our side, because granting any price increase from our side anytime between now and the end of this year would probably lead us out of the market on this product.
And as you may know...
So you're buying less from me? You're buying less than you agreed from me?
Yes, you will notice that the total volume which we signed this year is about 69 million units, right? But the projections that we are giving to you on a bi-monthly basis, you will see we will work just about 60 million in terms of units. So that's so much of a huge gap, I must say, but it's just to draw your attention to the fact that we may not achieve that total volume of 69 million, but we can make up for it in the following year, because our volumes from indications we have from the sales from the teams would also go up in next year.
And to add to that, as you are coming for price increases, which we want to discuss in detail to understand the impact it will have on the business.
Yeah.
Volumes, as you see, have reduced because the market is not as buoyant as it used to be, and we could see, if we don't manage the situation between us well, we could have a situation where these volumes could reduce further because sales in the market might be low due to further price increases.
Okay. So I'm curious that this is the letter that's got your attention.
Okay.
I have a letter for you.
Thank you. Okay, if you can just give us a few minutes just to read this letter. looks like there's been some delays in the payment from our side. Okay.
Well noted. We will look at it after this.
So, if you don't mind, it looks like this letter is not what came to our attention.
Okay.
But
did you know that you were paying me late?
Again, there could be some hitches here and there. But what we'd like to do, honestly, we would like to review the
price increases.
Not necessarily for now. The reason that the meeting here will be to discuss this proposal on the price increase. But I would like to address these outstanding payments back with the finance team when we get back to the office. If you don't mind, we can come back to you on another date on this. But we want to assure you that as per our terms and conditions in the PO, it's our honors to respect them as well. So there may be some hitches on the process internally, which I would like to address when I go back.
So you're buying less from me?
Yes.
Than you thought?
Yes.
You're paying me later than we agreed? Tell me why I shouldn't be worried.
Yeah, but if you look at the shortage, it is actually within the plus or minus percentage. So even though we are buying a little bit less from you, if you look at our contract, which says plus or minus 10%, it's not way below. Even though we admit that we are paying, we are buying a little bit less. And this is due to the market situation from time, which happens from time to time. You could see a very huge increase if market picks up.
But for me, I'm looking at an organisation which is struggling. You're selling less. Your finance department are paying much later. For 8 years, we've been running along quite happily.
Yeah.
And then 6 months ago, we missed a payment, and we're 1 month behind. And then a couple of months ago, all of a sudden now we're 2 months behind. Am I ever going to see that money?
Okay, so like she said, let us go back and investigate and get back to you on this payment.
Because Mr. Hudson, sorry, just to cut in, like you said, we have had this relationship for 8 years now. I mean, being in this kind of relationship for 8 years, you're more or less like a partner to us. We haven't had any issues on quality, thankfully, and also on payments. You can tell that we have been consistent in our payments on all past purchase orders over the past 8 years. But again, like we said, it could be linked to some internal processes. Okay, so for this one, we are sure we'll address it when we get back, but this should not hold on to the next order, because this is just coming up for the first time, and I don't think it should justify you holding on to the next delivery.
I think I'll be the judge of that. There's £1.2 million outstanding. This may not be important to you, but it's critical for me.
Can I come? Yes, we agree with you perfectly, and we'll look at that strongly. But tell us, we saw that your overheads are about 11% higher now than it used to be, and labor 4.9. Can we have an insight into that?
Well, as I think we've shared with you, we've been very open. A lot of our manufacturing capability is based on the board prices that we have to do, the fibre board that we have to make our product with, and we're struggling to keep pace. We're trying with all our customers to keep those costs down, and we'd like to think that Eltson is one of our more favoured customers, and we've tried very hard to keep a lid on any increases, but because a significant proportion of our cost is the price of the fibre board, we've had no option but to pass some of that cost on.
Okay. Yeah, but Mr. Houston, that's exactly where we are coming from. If you look at the price increases, the price of the boards, 8 months ago is about 22.80, and it's 23.71. The percentage increase is coming from the board, but here you are increasing your overheads and labor, even though you admitted that the increases is coming from the price of the boards.
And just to add on to the price of the boards, you know very well we developed this product Pentapacks with you. Okay. Again, we are seeing that your tier 1 suppliers are weighing steep. Okay. Internally on your side, have you looked at other options on the market where you can look at alternatives of sourcing from, maybe at a much more competitive price than what we are getting now from Wigan Steep?
We have looked at other fiberboard suppliers. It's not something that we'd really entertain. We have a very reliable supplier. The issue with fiberboard is you want consistency of supply. We acknowledge with the vast majority of our customers, they can't sell their product if they haven't got something to put it in. The last thing we want to do, your business is not in making boxes, your business is selling the product that's in the box. And we can't allow our customers, the feedback we've had from our customers is the most important thing is that they have a box to put their product in. So for us, the most important thing is continuity of supply, and our current supply arrangements are very strong, and we think that's the most important thing. We think we've done some research, they're competitive, and they're reliable, and we think that's very important for us and for our customers.
Yes, but
I'm glad to say that you've acknowledged that there's been no problems with our boxes, that the quality has been there.
Yes, but we still on the price increases. If you look at your calculations very well, you see that the prices of board 8 months ago and now is only 0.003% increase. And you have come, because of the overhead and labor, you are increasing the price by 5.4%. And that is our worry. We want to tackle the problem about the price increases due to labor and overheads. Can we discuss that a bit further? If you can give us an insight to that.
As I said, I think our increases that we've, and I'm a bit perturbed that you come here talking increases when this is not something that's of concern to me. I accept that you're going to go and talk to your finance department about the question mark oversight about the payments. But let me bring another issue to you. You claim you collect, and you collect from us at regular intervals, and we have an agreed schedule. And every now and then, you just turn up. We're not ready. We've got other lorries in the way. We have to shuffle everything about. You turn up, your driver comes down, he starts mouthing off that he's got to pick up boxes to take back, and we're not ready. We sit there. I get grief from my warehouse manager. We have to move things about to get things onto your van because you want to go and take it on a Tuesday when we're not expecting you till the following Monday.
Well,
I don't think your processes are very strong at all.
Well, we'll look at that, but you have still not addressed the issue about overheads and labor increases. You've still not given us an insight to that.
That's, frankly, there are concerns that I've got that go much beyond prices or, the moment you're making it very difficult for me to have a good relationship with yourselves. Because all that I get from my finance team, from my warehouse manager, is problems. And my diary is filled with meetings with people to discuss problems when it should be easy. We've been working for 8 years without a problem. And all of a sudden, I'll show you.
Exactly. Mr.
That's the agreed schedule. That's when you're supposed to turn up. And you keep on popping in days early. One time you even turned up and we didn't even have a delivery anywhere near it.
Ms. Hudson, I have the impression that if some of the inefficiencies you are talking about in our system is addressed, then there might be no need for